Hello everyone, let us study Ruby Ledger today. Ruby Ledger was the first ledger device invented in the year 1960 by T.H. Memon. It is a three-level solid-state ledger which work on the principle that population inversion is achieved by optical pumping for the production of laser beam by stimulated emission of radiations. Ruby ledger is a 3 energy level ledger in which the 3 levels which are involved in ledger transitions are ground state, excited state, between excited and ground, a trap metastable state. Now come to the construction. Ruby ledger consists of 3 components. One is energy source, that is pumping device. In the Ruby ledger, energy source is xenon flash tube because our active medium is solid. In the solid there are electrons and electrons are excited by flash of light. So we are using here xenon flash tube. Second component is active medium. Active medium that contain ruby crystal in the form of a cylindrical rod. And third is the optical resonator. 2 mirrors parallel to each other form optical resonator. They act as a optical resonator. When a photon incident on these mirror normally suffer reflection normally and traveled along the axis. Come to the construction in detail. The ruby crystal is made up of aluminum oxide Al2O3 doped with 0.05% of chromium oxide Cr2O3. When aluminum oxide is doped with chromium oxide, during doping, aluminum 3 positive ions are replaced by chromium 3 positive ions. The chromium 3 positive ions act as the active centers and undergoes lasing transition. The color of the laser transition is depend on percentage of doping. The color of the chromium, nature of the chromium, that is pink, so it also impart pink color to the ruby crystal. Ruby is used in the form of a rod having dimension, length is 4 cm and diameter is 1 cm. The ruby rod is inserted in the helical xenon flash tube whose ends are connected to a battery of high potential difference. The two end faces of ruby rod are made optically flat by grinding them with the help of grinder. When they become optically flat, they are polished. One of the end is highly polished. It acts as a 100% reflective that completely reflects the light when incident on it, and other is partially 95% or 99% reflective. There is a 1% chance of transmission. These two optically flat parallel ends act as a optical resonator. Come to the block diagram. This is the block diagram. In the block diagram, the helical glass tube in which xenon gas is filled and a ruby crystal in the form of a rod is inserted inside this helical glass tube. The two ends of the glass tube, they are connected to a power supply. The two ends of the ruby rod, they are made optically flat and polished. So this one end that is completely silvered 100% reflective, and this end is partially silvered, so there is a 1% chance of transmission. And this whole arrangement that is placed in a glass tube, glass compartment, in which water is circulating to provide cooling, because in spontaneous emission energy is lost by colliding with the wall, and that warms the system. So this is the block diagram of Ruby laser. Now we understand with the help of that blocks working. First of all, in the ground state we have a chromium ion, and when a flash of light from xenon gas is incident on these chromium ion, they absorb this and goes to the excited state. This is a ground state. That diagram represents the ground state in which that photon incident on this one. Second, the chromium ions, they goes to the excited state, E3 state, having lifetime very small, emit radiation spontaneously in any direction, and goes to the metastable. In the metastable state, this one, they are compelled by the photon to emit radiation, and laser transitions are there having wavelength 6943 angstrom, and the photon emitted in this transition, they travel along the axis. When they approach the mirror, which is 100% reflective, always suffer reflection, and they move backward direction along the axis, approaches the second mirror, suffer reflection there, and their number goes on increases. In this process, in the last one diagram, we have to see here that is due to multiple reflections suffered by these two mirrors, their number goes on increasing continuously, and when number that becomes sufficiently large, then some of the radiation they leak through that mirror which is partial reflected, and these radiations are laser. So that is the block diagrams. Now come to the working with the help of energy level diagram. So now come to the working. When a flash of light from helical xenon flash tube is incident on ruby rod, the green component of light having wavelength 550.0 nanometer is absorbed by the chromium ion, raising them to excited state E3. Here in the diagram, E1 is the ground state, E3 is the excited state. A photon having wavelength 5500 angstrom is incident, color is green, absorbed by the chromium ion in the ground state, and by absorbing these, due to induced absorption, the chromium ion they goes to the exciter. Here in the diagram, the excited state written, that is lifetime 10⁻�8 second. After that time, the chromium ions in the excited state in E3 state emit radiation spontaneously in any direction, and after emitting jump to E2 state. E2 is the metastable state, and the lifetime of metastable state is higher, 10⁻³ second. They stay there up to a longer time period, and due to high efficiency device, if the number of chromium atom or ions in that state is established in such a way that their number that is increased as compared to the even state, then population inversion is achieved in this state. And when population inversion is achieved, then these chromium ions they give laser transitions and jumps to ground state. Then they emit photon. The photon emitted, they are in phase, showing here in the diagram, and having wavelength 6943 angstrom. So this is the working. Again I repeat, that is the chromium ion are responsible for this laser transition, and ground state that contain chromium ion, they goes to the excited, having lifetime times per minus 8. After that, spontaneously emit radiation, goes to the metastable, lifetime times per minus 3, stay there up to a longer time. When their number increase in this state by pumping, high efficiency pumping device, then after this, after achieving the population inversion between A2 and E1 state, there is a laser transition having wavelength 6943 angstrom. Beside this, these chromium ion in the ground state, they also absorb blue color of light from the xenon flash and goes to the E4 state. I am not showing that state here because when they goes to that state and then emit radiation, these are radiationless. They are not contributed in the laser transitions. Here I am showing the energy level diagram which is involved in the laser transitions. 3 levels they are involved in the laser transitions. Now, what is the drawback of this laser? Disadvantage of this laser is if the population inversion is achieved between directly the ground state and the metastable state. And to achieve population inversion, because ground state is a highly lived state having lifetime that is in minute or in days, years. So now we require high efficiency pumping device and no device is 100% efficient. So there is a problem that population inversion that is not maintained. After some time that population inversion break, and when this population inversion break, the laser that stop for a time domain of milli to nanosecond. And again within that time population inversion is achieved and this laser automatically start. But again that stop. So output of Ruby laser that is comes in the form of pulses of milli to nanosecond. That is the drawback. That is the output is not continuous. Thank you. This is the Ruby laser.